There is no better feeling as a surfer than being at the right spot at the right time. Sometimes it happens completely out of luck, and sometimes you've put the effort in and somehow it all worked out. This morning, as I crossed the dune, like I do every morning, I found myself looking at one very fine wave, and right away I knew I hit the jackpot. Somehow, waves were closing out as far as I could see, south and north, but at that very specific spot, it was producing a perfect A-frame. The right was slow and mellow, while the left was fast and hollow, and no one was out there. I set my camera and jumped in as fast as I could. Another guy showed up, a local bodyboarder, last year's national champion to be exact. The hollow and shallow left was perfect for him, while the mellow and fat right was more appealing to me. So we naturally began sharing the peak, and what ensued was one of the best sessions I've had at home. I actually had a pretty bad start. I was riding my small wave board, but the wave was pretty powerful and it made it really challenging to engage my rail. It was pretty frustrating, but I knew I just needed to find the right stance to start enjoying my session. There it is. That turn unlocked the whole session for me. I was slowly getting the hang of this board and was starting to really enjoy my session. This board was actually perfect because at the time, the wave had a really flat shoulder and I know I would have hated it with my performance board. haven't included many waves from that other guy, but trust me, he was absolutely shredding. I suppose the right wasn't a good bodyboard wave, as it was too mellow and offered him little to work with. But the left was perfect for him and he was ripping it apart.
Oh my god.
I had a good handful of fails that day, and I'm sharing every single one with you. It's just part of it, and it doesn't change the fact that this was one of my best sessions ever. And now, I'll let you appreciate some peak bodyboarding from that other guy. I'm sure you'll be wondering why I didn't go left more often. The main reason is because it was pretty shallow on the inside. You'll see that later on, and that easily sets me off. I'm dealing with shallow water a lot better on my forehand because I know I'm more in control, but I don't trust my backside turns as much.
That is bonkers. Oh my god.
As you can see, not every set was doing it, and not even every wave within the good sets was breaking well. But still, the frequency of good waves was definitely top tier for this place. We were truly having a blast and could not believe that no one else was showing up. We were scoring hard. I've been working on my rail engagement lately. I feel like my cutbacks are looking fuller. This one in particular was pretty nice, even though I did not complete the rebound. Switching to PU has definitely made it easier to keep my rails engaged. Trying to engage more rail means you're going to bury a lot more often. And I did that a lot during that session, but it's also part of the learning process. Same thing here, I'm bugging hard at the end. Like I said, it's part of trying to find the right amount of pressure to put on the rail. As the tide moved out, the swell died a bit and the wave turned a lot mellower. It was getting super tricky to maintain speed through my cutbacks, but I love those conditions. They really force you to read the wave well and fine-tune your technique. It quickly got too low though, and some mist started forming. This was my second to last wave and it took me a while to catch it. I paddled back out to try and get a better one before calling it a day. So there it is, one of my best sessions this year. Definitely my best session this summer. A perfect sunbar and a peacefully shared wave. It hardly gets better than that. I hope you guys will have liked the video, and if you did, please leave it a like to support the channel. Thank you so much for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one.